welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming up next, the Celtics taking on the Raptors. For the Boston Celtics, they beat the odds and kept this series alive. Now, Game 7 on their home floor. They have every confidence they can bring it home. Raptors, Celtics, Round 1, Game 7 coming up. A hard-fought series. It will end here tonight. The deciding Game 7, Round 1 in the East. Happy to bring you all the action live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony alongside, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Fred VanVleet out there with Anunoby. And it's Achua in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Celtics, up at the forward spots, it's Tatum and Horford. Smart in the backcourt with Brown to his side. And it's Williams at the 5 spot. Taking a look at Boston. Well, we know, Greg, they haven't played their best basketball, and now they find themselves in a do-or-die Game 7. They thought they would have wrapped up this series much earlier, but that's not the case.
Yeah, they just lack consistency throughout the course of this series. I don't know if they came in overconfident, but this is the time to check those individual egos at the door. Come together as a group and play for one another.
Now here's Barnes. Pass to VanVleet. Now, here's Siakam. 5 on the clock from past the arc. Sinks the triple. Anunoby's got the first points up on the board for the Raptors.
And as OG develops the rest of his skill set, this is one thing he can rely upon, that three-point shot.
Brown feeling out a bit. Tatum, that's for 2. And it falls over the rim and in.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Here's VanVleet. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Smart. Here's Brown. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive. As relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
The Celtics shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. That's off as well, so he misses both.
And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot. Letting a guy sneak by for a putback off a free throw, that is inexcusable.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Celtics lead by 1. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
All right, fans, give it up for...
And we're back courtside at Game 7 as this series comes to a head. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They've got Gallinari. Brogdon out there with White. Then it's Tatum, and it's Griffin in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Brogdon. That shot off. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Need to bounce back from Wednesday's loss.
Bad outing offensively. You break that game down, their issues were pretty clear.
You know, it started off poor execution at the top of the list for me, and that typically leads to a low field goal percentage.
Gallinari surveying the D. And Pirtle sends it back.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Well, they didn't make it this far by giving up easy ones, and now their defense is in overdrive.
Both teams will make substitutions. There's 18 seconds left in the first half. On the clock. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Van Vliet. Top the key, Barnes. Takes the three. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
And you love how Tatum uses that long wingspan to really distract shooters. Great job contesting without fouling on that one.
And a close game so far through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. Toronto ahead, leading by just one. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Jason, still a close one. What do you think happened there in the first half?
Feeling all right. We got to do a much better job defensively. We're not where we need to be, especially on defensive end, so we got to pick it up second half.
Yeah, we'll see if you're more connected in the second half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And a heightened atmosphere we have here this evening for NBA playoff action. Hey, everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith by my side. For the Raptors, they're 1/2 away from finally moving on in this series. The pressure of Game 7 may be weighing heavily on them, and they've still got their work cut out in the second half, but they're in a pretty good position. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
The road can be unfriendly, and they've clearly risen to the challenge. They're shrugging off the chants from the fans. Defense, you saw it. That's no. They're playing their focus, and they're getting to work. They're playing with a lot of confidence.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
They ran their offense very well in the first half. There were almost no forced shots. It was good, smart basketball. The motion in their offense was terrific. They made those defenders work very hard. I like what I saw from them for the most part.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your...
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Underneath in the post, it's Siakam and Achua. And Van Vliet out there with Anunoby. And it's Barnes, and at the three, the small forward.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. Now the pass to Anunoby. Achua with it. Browns there. Back to Anunoby. There's the triple. Rebound, Boston. 23 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
What an athletic move by Tatum, going up like nothing could stop him.
Van Vliet against Smart. Now here's Van Vliet. This is it to Siakam. Good work defensively by Horford. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Celtics lead by 1. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
Let's hear it, everyone.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round one. Tatum and Williams up in the forward spots. Brogdon out there with Smart. And it's Williams at the 5. Maxey's in the game for the Celtics. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
There's Tatum. Yes!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 36 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, guys, during the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. He told them, guys, we've been together all year for this game. There's no tomorrow. We've got to go focus and get this victory. Back to you, guys.
All right, David, thanks. 6 to shoot. Here's Anunoby. They get it again. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 1. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. Present our New Balance player of the game, Jason Tatum.
And he's grabbed this game with both hands and just never let it go. I mean, he scored a huge percentage of their points. He hadn't been the main guy for them. He's been the only guy for them.
And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalty. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Celtics, Jason Tatum. At the line for 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Well, Tatum does look ready, prepared to do what he does best in the clutch, get buckets.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Huge shots. Tremendous job stepping up in a big way for them at the stripe.
Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Fearless at the finish. Fred is just unfazed by the game's biggest moments.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
All right, fans, give it up for Celtics Entertainment. Time to make some noise.
9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
And let's give some credit to Tatum. Doesn't crack when the pressure's on. He just seems to embrace the moment.
And they're going to move on to the conference semifinals. Thrilling fashion, guys, taking round one in what certainly will go down. Guys, it's one of the most competitive series this year.
Always love a game set. And no disappointment here. And these guys are ready and excited for round two. Maybe a bit tired, but the adrenaline is still pumping.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.